How are we all doing tonight? This is a first of a series of videos I've been waiting for months with anticipation to make. Now that it's Halloween season, but these are true paranormal stories from my family, and I thought I would start with Tales from Vermont, my little home away from home. I won't give away the exact location, but this happened. It the little cottage we stay at, my family, is is owned by my brother-in-law, and it was handed down to him by his father. And his father's name was Lee, and Lee died, I believe, 2013 or 14 thereabouts. And right away, stuff started happening in the cottage up there, because he loved that place. He was an avid outdoors man. And he was I never got to know him real well, but he was a big personality, always happy and like, hey, how you doing? Big lover of life. He just was one of those guys you instantly liked. But he passed away about 2013, and I think it was in the fall, if I remember correctly, and it was shortly after my brother-in-law was up there, and he was making a roast. I think it might have been a Thanksgiving, maybe. But he yelled down to his brother, who was in the basement, dinner's ready. And the light above the dinner table snapped on, just with no obvious cause. And that's when it all started. And I don't know the exact order of all these stories, but they went on for about a year, maybe two, after Lee passed away. But one thing that happened, my youngest nephew had a little stuffed Wario doll. If you don't know, Wario is a character from the Super Mario Brothers video game series. And that disappeared. And my youngest nephew was very upset about it. And they hunted and hunted and hunted for this Wario toy, and it was gone, like gone. And they went away, and when they came back, the Wario toy was sitting on the stairs going to the second floor, like right in the middle of the stairway. And then there was another incident. Lee had a girlfriend, and one of her earrings disappeared, and she hunted all over the cottage for the earring. Gone. And then when she went away, came back, the earring was on the dinner table, like right in plain sight. So, and there was, we have another incident that happened. Was there was we have people that maintain the grounds when we're gone. And one of the guys mowing the lawn happened to look up in the window. He told my brother-in-law that he looked up in the window and there was a man standing there looking down back at him. And the house was locked up. There was nobody in it. Yeah, spooked him pretty bad, I guess. And there was another incident. I don't know the exact details, but it had something to do with my older sister had to turn on the water main, and it's like this heavy switch that you have to crank like that, and it was on anyway. She had to run upstairs and check on something, and then ran down, and the water main had been shut off. And she said it's not something that snaps back into place. You have to turn it. So yeah, so. And my sister also said she heard a voice, and it sounded like Lee saying, I think he said, like, hey, just a greeting. And yeah, so anyway, there was, I think there was a few other minor incidents, but those are the big ones. And like I said, they went on about a year or so, and then they just kind of petered out. So presumably Lee ascended up the ranks to, hopefully the heavenly realms. I would imagine that's the case. In my understanding, that's kind of how it works, is you sort of ascend or descend depending on how you've lived your life and how spiritual you are. But anyway, so there we go. So I'm going to be doing, like I said, a series of these videos. I hope they're popular. But I got more stories where these came from, and much scarier ones, actually. So stay tuned, but have a good night.